It's alleged that President Thabo Mbeki have been asked by the ANC President, Mr. Cyril Matamela Ramaphosa, to stop confusing people. This came after President Mbeki have asked all members of the ANC, including the President Cyril Ramaphosa, to resign from the ANC and reapply. President Mbeki did state that everyone who applies, even the president, will need to be carefully assessed whether they got those values to be ANC members. President Mbeki's statement seems to confirm what President Jacob Zuma have been saying, that ANC is captured and the current ANC president is not a true ANC member. He even said that the current ANC is not a true ANC, it is the ANC of Ramaphosa. Then if Mbeki states that the current ANC members, they all need to resign, including the president, that brings serious doubts to the current ANC leadership, including the GNU. That is why President Thabo Mbeki have been asked to stop making statements about the ANC. It's alleged that President Cyril Ramaphosa reminded Mbeki that ANC got its own spokesperson, so President Thabo Mbeki must refrain from making statements about the party, since he is not authorized to do so, because ANC got its own spokesperson and the Secretary General to make such statements. Please watch this clip. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.
There's a whole process that takes place in this country which still we don't understand. Of a systematic process to ensure that the democratic republic doesn't succeed. You look at all of the state institutions. Look at Transnet. Look at what's happened to the police service. Look at the prosecution. All of these things going wrong systematically. Is it an accident? It's not. That is why I'm saying this question that was raised by your colleague from the Northern Cape is important. It was not only people being marginalized after 2007 ANC conference. There's a whole process that takes place in this country which still we don't understand. Of a systematic process to ensure that the democratic republic doesn't succeed. That's one of the things I think it's necessary for us to understand. Because it would then help us also to understand even the question that's raised about crime. None of these negative things that happen in this period identified by the CEO of the Institute of Race Relations, none of them are accidental. None of them are a result of greed. Sure, there is greed. Sure, there is corruption. But at the base of it all is to make sure that we fail. It's necessary to understand that. What is it that is wrong? In order to be able to find the right answers as to what is to be done. As to what is to be done. I must apologize for all of this long presentation. But I think it's a matter of strategic importance for the future of our country to understand what went wrong. I'm saying because there were deliberate processes put in place by some people to make sure that this democratic republic fails. That's a matter that we need to still discuss even with the ANC. I don't think the ANC understands that reality. It is true that you have got many greedy people, many corrupt people. If I ask the question, why is it ANC, which marginalized people as we were saying, why is it behaving like this? In 1997, Nelson Mandela says, addressing an ANC conference, that something wrong is happening, which is that as the ANC were attracting into our ranks people who are not ANC. People don't have these values of the ANC, but they can see that to be a member of the ANC is to have a step ladder to government in order to have the possibility to steal. So that's 1997 National Conference. That message has been repeated in all of the national conferences since then. But nothing has ever been done to get rid of these ones who entered into the ANC without carrying the value system.
You may not realize it, but from 1994 to about 2014, the ANC delivered significant and pragmatic benefits to its voters. And this is what Sean Summers called the Old Testament on the ANC. They did a good job. They loved the country and they delivered. But from about 2014 onwards was when the rottenness, corruption, evil came in. So you can never say that the ANC didn't love this country. They did, but they don't love it now. And ANC support has collapsed. And this is where I need to apologize for calling anyone who still votes for ANC as a moron. Because they do realize the damage that their government is doing. They do realize we're collapsing, we're deindustrializing. The country is falling apart. They know that and they are deserting the ANC. But the weakness is that the opposition parties are fighting with each other and should have picked up on that a lot earlier and converted them to vote for the opposition. And they failed on that, which is a great weakness by internecine rivalry that we need to cure.
The transition, we were not able to do that. The transition became long. We negotiated for too long, even when we were in government. Now, these negotiators, because they are treacherous in nature, have decided to betray this revolution. Now they want to take it from the back door. We will never allow this revolution to go astray. We will never allow this revolution to be stolen. And this time, they better be warned. We will never accept unjust settlement.
What do we do to defeat these people who systematically want to destroy this democratic state? Who are they?